Hi, my name is Brianna Cummins and I'm a yoga instructor in the Tampa Bay area. And today I'm going to share with you a gentle flow and restore practice. And we're going to move mindfully and slowly through our practice, bringing a lot of focus to the breath and the sensations in our bodies. And hopefully we can find a deeper sense of relaxation and stress relief with this practice. If you have a blanket or a towel available to you, go ahead and grab it. We'll use it as an option throughout our practice. If you don't have anything, that's totally fine as well. I'll offer options without. So if you do have your blanket, and when you're ready, we will place this in the middle of the mat and go ahead and sit on it. Just taking a little bit of pressure off the knees. Bring the hands to face down. Grounding a little bit more here. Maybe shift around so that you can settle in. And then if you'd like, you can go ahead and close your eyes. We'll sit up a little bit taller, lengthening your spine. And begin to observe your breath. Just noticing without changing where you feel your breath entering and leaving your body. Maybe it's the space between your nose and your lip. Or maybe it's right around the nostrils. So wherever you feel that sensation, just bring your full awareness there. Now take the next moment to check in with yourself. Notice how you're feeling. Notice any thoughts that might arise. And notice your body. Bring awareness to any areas of tension or tightness without any judgment. Just really working to accept ourselves fully as we are in this moment. I want to really encourage you to listen to your body, to tune in as we move. And we'll begin to deepen our breath. Think about drawing your inhale down into the lowest part of your diaphragm. Maybe you notice your belly gently rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. We're going to add a count to our breath. So it's going to be 5 count to inhale and 5 count to exhale. Starting to calm the mind, calm the nervous system. And when you're ready, let's begin inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And release. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now allow a more natural rhythm to return to your breathing. Now you can keep your eyes closed here if you like, keeping your focus inward. Or blink them open, at least maybe for a moment, and then close them back down if you want. We're going to begin to circle the body around. So as you inhale, draw your chest forward, rolling it around, and as you exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin as you come back. We're creating a nice big circle with the torso, pulling the heart forward and exhaling, rounding the spine. Good. Keep it going in this direction. Let your breath be your guide here. See how this feels in your body as you move. Good. Let's go one more time around. And then next time that you come forward, we're going to change our direction. Good. So circling around the opposite way. Very nice. Let's take it around 2 more times. If you have the eyes open, you can keep more of a soft gaze. Good. This will be our last one. And then come forward and sit up a little bit taller here. And let's change the direction of our legs. So if you have one shin in front of the other or cross at the ankles, go ahead and bring the opposite leg behind. And just readjust here. Let's take a nice deep inhale, lifting your arms up overhead. And exhale, lower hands to heart. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach your arms high towards the sky, stretch. And exhale, lower. Good. 1 more. Big breath in. Reach up tall. And exhale. Pausing here with hands at heart center. We're going to set an intention for our practice. So I invite you to take a moment here and think of something that you'd like to have more of in your life. So maybe you'd like to have a little more peace. Maybe you'd like to have a little more acceptance over whatever it is that's going on with you. Or maybe it's something else. Whatever it is that comes to your mind, go ahead and hold a space for that. We'll take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Open your mouth wide and let it go. Good. Lift your arms up overhead. Reach. As you exhale, drop your right hand down towards the mat. Reach your left hand overhead. Good. Lift up through your heart a little bit more, and then maybe draw your left shoulder back some to create a little bit of an opening through your heart center and your shoulder. Good. Let's slowly rise back to center. Big breath in. And exhale over towards the left. Right hand reaches overhead. Find length through your side body. Breathe in, creating space in your rib cage. And now maybe draw your right shoulder back some if you have a little more space here. Find that opening. Good. See how that feels. Keep your hips grounded here. On your next inhale, reach up tall. And exhale over towards the right. Let's find a flow here with our breath. So you can take this as slow or as quick as you'd like. Just be mindful here. Let your breath guide your movement. Good. Let's go one more over towards the left. And then reach up nice and tall. Inhale. As you exhale, relax the hands down. Good. Breathe in. and breathe it out. I'm gonna go ahead and roll off of the blanket if you have it underneath you. And place it over to the side. Let's find our table pose. So we're on our hands and knees. The shoulders are stacked over the wrists with a nice soft bend in the elbows. Toes point straight back. Keep your spine nice and neutral and your gaze is down towards the mat. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Staying here with this neutral spine. Let's take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, press the earth away. Tuck your chin, round your spine. Good. Come back to that neutral place. Gazing down, long spine. Reach to the crown of your head. Good. Look over your right shoulder. Come back to center and look over your left shoulder. And return to center. Extend your right leg. Keep your toes down on your mat and gently press your heel away, creating some length down the back of your right leg, your hamstring, your calf, and your ankle. Good. Let's shift the weight a couple times from the ball of the foot to the toes. Try to keep your core body nice and pulled in here, creating some strength. Good. We'll come back to center. Lift your right leg. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, cross your right leg over your left. Gaze over your left shoulder. Find that nice long line from your heel all the way to the top of your right shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your gaze forward here, down at the mat, and start to lower your right knee on the outside of your left leg. So the legs become crossed here. And then we're going to shift our weight back into this almost like a cross-legged child's pose. Now, come forward. Re-extend the right leg and lower it down to meet the left. Let's switch sides. Extend your left leg long. Toes are down on the mat. Good. Press your left heel away. Breathe in. Notice how that feels for you. And breathe out. Maybe bring awareness from side to side. If maybe one side was tighter than the other, just noticing. Shift your weight now from the ball of your foot to your toes. Try to keep your core engaged if you can. We want to always honor our body, listening, staying in touch with what feels right, what feels good for us. Good, and come forward, lift your left leg, cross it over your right, look over your right shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. Last breath. Now we will lower the knee down on the outside of the right leg and start to shift back. Coming back up, uncross the leg, straighten it out, and lower left knee to meet the right. Now we will take our knees a little bit wider and start to lower into a child's pose. So we're going to draw the tailbone down towards the heels. Now if you have your blanket or your towel and you want to use it here, you can place it in a couple different ways. So option one would be to kind of fold it up so it's a little bit thicker and lower your head and your chest onto it. And you would lower to one side of your head if you're going to take this option. Another option is to bring it right under your forehead and let your forehead rest on the blanket or the towel, or if you're using a pillow. So decide, or you don't need to use it all. If you don't have anything, you can just let yourself rest down here. I'm going to try out this option here. So wherever you are, we're going to stay here a little bit longer so that we can find a deeper release and really start to invite in more relaxation, a little more calm. Sometimes it feels more challenging to stay in one pose longer because the mind has a hard time settling and resting. It wants to take you out of the present moment. So see if you can just guide your thoughts back to the here and now through the body and through your breath. So you can let your hands relax a little bit more. Maybe even wiggle the fingers out some. Let go some of that tension. Let your whole chest melt down. Think about surrendering all your worries, all your anxieties, and all your fears right here on the mat. Just let it all go. In this moment, all is well. Let your arms relax. Your head gets a little bit more heavy. If you have your head turned to one side, let's go ahead and look the opposite way. So whichever side you were lowered onto, go ahead and bring the opposite ear down. And take a few more breaths wherever you are. Try to notice any other areas of tension. You can find a deeper release that you can let go a little bit more. Notice if you're gripping or clenching anywhere at all, maybe the legs, maybe the shoulders. So you can drop them down. All right, let's stay here for 2 more breaths. And after you finish that last cycle of breath, I'm going to start to move very slowly here. Begin to lift ourselves back up. Bringing your knees in some, and then maybe just placing your blanket over to the side. We'll walk our hands out. We're going to come all the way down on to our belly. I'm going to keep our blanket or our pillow or towel nearby. We're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders. the elbows and draw them in nice and close to the rib cage. And with your next inhale, start to peel your chest and shoulders away from the mat. We're going to find our baby cobra. So this is a small lift. We're not lifting and straightening our arms all the way, although we can go there in a moment if you'd like. And then lower back down. We'll do that a couple more times. Maybe you find a little more height each time, or maybe you keep it nice and small. Decide where you want to go. Lower down. And then with this last one, see if you can make this your tallest lift. Keep your shoulders pulled back away from the ears. Good. Lower all the way back down. And now you can bring this blanket or towel to the top of your mat and rest your forehead on it. If you don't have a blanket or towel, stack one hand on top of the other and relax down. If you are using the blanket or towel, just bring your hands somewhere comfortable on the sides of your head. And while you're here, bring your awareness to your breath as we have the front of our body resting down on the mat. You might feel the need to breathe a little bit deeper. So go ahead and do that. Notice where the body expands as you breathe. See if you can relax the tops of your feet down. Feel the connection of the top of your foot with your mat. Notice your knees. Notice your midsection. So you can let your upper back release a little bit more, letting go of any tension here. Let's take 2 more breaths in this pose. And then slowly lift your head. If you have your blanket underneath you, just slide it over out of the way. And then make that pillow with your hands once more. Lower your head down and lift your feet. Drop your legs side to side, windshield wipering them back and forth. Finding a nice release for your low back. Keep your forehead lowered on your hands. Good. One more time, side to side. And then come back to center. Lower your feet back down. Bring your palms under your shoulders. And slowly press yourself up to all fours. Coming down onto your seat. We're going to stretch the legs out a little bit wider here. Lengthen your spine nice and tall. Pull your toes back towards your face. Good, let's lift the arms up to inhale. And as you exhale, turn towards the right foot and fold. Good, let's inhale, rise up, lift nice and tall, and turn towards the left and fold down as you exhale. Good, let's move with our breath here. Inhaling, lifting up to center, and exhale to the right. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Good, keep it going with your breath, side to side. This is a really nice stretch if you ever experience any sciatica pain. Good, let's do one more, side to side. Good. Lift up and relax. Bring your legs together. And take your right leg, bend the knee, and lower the foot on the outside of your left leg. As you inhale, sit up a little bit taller, lengthen your spine, take your left arm and wrap it around your right leg. Lift your right arm up, and as you exhale, start to twist towards the right. You'll bring your right hand back behind you. If you want a little bit more, you can bring the left elbow to the top of the knee, deepening your twist. Keep lengthening your spine, and then stay here. If you want to go deeper, look over the right shoulder. Good. Start to unwind back to center, and then let your right knee fall open, crossing your right ankle on top of your left thigh. We'll inhale, lift our arms up, and as you exhale, reach forward towards your left leg. So you can reach for the calf, the ankle, or maybe the foot here. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's start to roll ourselves all the way back up, lifting the head. We'll bring our hands back behind us with the fingertips facing forward and lift the chest. So you can stay right here as your option one, or bend the left knee to deepen the stretch here. So the closer you bring the foot in, the deeper the stretch is going to be. So decide where you want to go with this one. Bend your elbow some and lift your chest towards the sky. Open your heart space. Breathe in, fill your lungs. Excuse me. Breathe out, let it go. And start to extend your left leg. Uncross the right. Arms reach forward, inhaling, shoulders drop down, and exhale, fold. So we're gonna hang out here for a few moments. If you have your blanket or your towel nearby, you can place it here on the lap to kind of rest on. You can also place it under the knees if you'd like to take a little bit of pressure off here, or you can do it without. So while you're here, try to soften your neck, your cervical spine. letting your head hang heavy. Let your feet relax. And just let your arms rest wherever they may. Maybe they're to the side, maybe they're on top. Wherever you are is perfect. Just breathe in. And breathe it out. The longer you stay here, the more you start to work into that deep connective tissue. So keep scanning the body, finding areas to let go. Calming the mind. Notice your breath. Alright, we'll stay here for just a couple more breaths. And shoulders drop down a little bit more. And then finish this last cycle of breath. And slowly begin to move, rolling yourself up. Bringing the head up last. You can go ahead and place your blanket over to the side. And now we'll take the left leg and cross it over the right. Sit up tall, breathe in, lengthen your spine. Lift your left arm as you wrap the left leg with your right arm. Start to bring the left hand behind you. Using your exhale to twist a little deeper. So think about inhaling to lift and exhaling to twist. Maybe you bring the gaze over the shoulder, or maybe it's more at a neutral place. See how that feels on your neck. Now slowly unwind back to center. Cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh and let your left knee fall open some. Good. We're going to inhale, reach the arms forward, and exhale, fold. And just stay here for a moment. Notice where you feel this stretch. Everybody's probably feeling it a little bit differently. Maybe it's your hamstring, maybe it's your hip flexor, maybe it's your low back, or somewhere completely different. And begin to walk yourself back up. We'll come to that heart opening pose again. Bringing your hands behind you with the fingertips forward. Start to bend your knees and lift your heart. Stay right here if you'd like, or bend your right knee. Deepening your stretch, opening up space in your body a little bit more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel your heart expand. making a little more room for love and light. Good, let's make our way out. Mindfully moving, extending your right leg, uncrossing the left. We're going to bend both of the knees up. So we'll go ahead and turn here so that we can roll down onto our backs in a moment. Now, bring your blanket somewhere nearby, because we'll actually come back up and set up with that in a moment. But let's roll all the way down. So you can take your time, letting your core do some of the work. If that's not working out for you, just lie back as it feels appropriate for your body. And we're going to extend the right leg up. Bring the hands behind the right thigh and so just circle your ankle around. Move in both directions a couple times here. Good. Now we'll extend the left leg long and draw your right knee in towards your chest. Tuck your chin. Ground your shoulders. Good. Squeeze your knee towards your chest. Now we're going to draw some circles with the right knee. They can be small, or you can let them start to grow larger. Next time your knee comes towards your chest, take it around the opposite way. Let's go 2 more times. Good. Now release the right leg some, bringing the knee in more of a 90-degree angle. We're going to take the left hand to the outside of the right knee and stretch out your right arm. If you have space limitations, you can bend your right elbow, coming into more of a goalpost arm. Take a nice big inhale at the center, and as you exhale, guide your right leg over towards the left, finding this twist. Bring your gaze towards your right. Now if you have your blanket or your towel, you can use it here as a prop if you'd like to rest your leg instead of allowing it to hover. Just an option. You can absolutely just be right here as well. We're wringing out the body. See if you can breathe a little bit deeper in your twists. Challenging our lungs. Strengthening. Start to notice where you're feeling this stretch. Breathe into those sensations. After you've finished, one more breath. Start to bring your head back to center and roll onto your spine. Bring your right foot down to your mat with the knee bent and lift your left leg up. Press your low back down and start to circle your left ankle, wrapping your hands around the back of your left leg. Move in both directions a couple times. Now extend your right leg as you draw your left knee in towards your chest. Keep your entire back down on your mat. Maybe sort of feel your shoulders round up or your head want to lift. And so you can release your legs some so that you can lower back down. Now we'll start to draw those circles, taking your left knee around. Again, you can start off a bit smaller and then let your circles grow larger. Just see how this feels for you. Maybe you stay with that small circle today if you have a lot of tightness going on. Go ahead and change your direction next time your knee comes towards your chest and circle it around the opposite way. Good. Now, bringing the knee back in for a moment and then start to find that 90-degree angle. Bring the right hand to the outside of your left knee. Guide your left leg towards the right as you extend the left arm long. You can keep it stretched out or bend at the elbow. Bring your gaze towards the left. We're finding this twist all the way from the cervical spine down to the sacrum. Close your eyes if you'd like. Let yourself relax a little bit more. Breathe in and breathe it out. And with your next inhale, lift your gaze towards the ceiling and unwind. Stretch your left leg out to meet your right. Sweep your arms up overhead. Point your toes. Take a nice full body stretch here. Inhale through the nose. Fill your lungs. And exhale. Open your mouth and let it go. Relax down. Let's do that again. Inhale. Reach and stretch. Open your mouth wide and let it go. Bring your hands down beside your body. Walk your feet in, planting them to the mat, bending your knees. Now, if you have your blanket or your towel, you can lift yourself up and place your blanket underneath you, giving some support here. And then maybe you walk your shoulder blades out towards the top of the mat some to find a bit of traction in your spine. And then option one is just to stay right here. So you can stay in this supported bridge pose. Or start to lift your legs up into a modified legs up the wall. Bring your palms to face up. The symbol of openness. Ready to receive. And we'll stay here for a little bit longer. Now if you're not using a blanket, you can stay here or you can lift your legs. So do what feels comfortable for you. If you want to even scoot up next to a wall, that's a nice option as well, where you can actually place your legs up the wall and make it even more restorative. Letting the wall hold you up. So this pose is really nice to do if you ever experience any anxiety or insomnia. It starts to calm the nervous system, activating our relaxation response in the brain. It's also really great for your heart health because it's challenging your heart to pump your blood in a direction that it's not used to. So a lot of great benefits to this lights up the wall. Notice any places you can soften, that you can let go. Now, if you're in legs up the wall, to make our way out of this pose, lowering our legs down nice and slowly. And if you have the blanket underneath you, go ahead and lift up and remove it. Good. And then bring your arms over your head, reach for opposite elbows, and create a box over your head, and just let your legs fall side to side. Gently flowing with your breath. Now come back to center after this last one. Release the arms and bring yourself back up to seated for a moment. So if you have your blanket or your towel, I'm going to offer you a supported fish pose for our meditation and our resting pose. So you want to roll it so it's about this long, and we'll place it on our mat so that we can relax down on top of the blanket. So you don't want to be sitting on it, you want to be sitting right in front of it. And then start to lower yourself down, bringing your spine onto the blanket. Now you might have to shift around and see where you can get comfortable. So if you're right here and your head is kind of hanging off the top, an option is to kind of scoot it up some, as long as that doesn't put too much pressure on your low back, and see if you can let your head relax back down. Now if you're not taking this option, you can come into a fish pose on your forearms where you lift your heart, and you just won't stay here as long. So if you want to come into fish pose but you don't have a blanket or a towel, come to your forearms and lift your heart. You can stay there for a few breaths until you feel ready to come down into a more relaxing savasana. If you're here in our supported fish pose, you can stretch your legs out, letting the toes fall open. If you have some tension in the low back, you can keep your knees bent, take your feet as wide as the mat, and let the legs fall together. And then if you're here in your supported fish, just bring your arms together, your forearms connect, And then open the arms nice and wide. Creating a nice open space through the heart center. Notice areas in your body that can relax a little more. Maybe it's your chest, if you feel tight here. So you can breathe deeper. Maybe it's your arms. Let them melt down. Feeling the weight of your arms and your legs just sink into the ground beneath you. Try to let yourself feel really supported. Let go of effort. Now, if you're up in that fish pose without your prop, you might want to come down onto your back into a corpse pose. Making your way into your final rest. Wherever you are, you can soften your face. Relax your brow, your eyes, and the muscles around your eyes. Soften your cheeks. Maybe allow your lips to part, letting your jaw relax. Soften your neck and shoulders. To give you the option, if you're in your supported fish pose, if you feel complete and ready to roll off of your blanket, you can go ahead and do that. So you would just roll over onto one side, remove the blanket, and come down onto your back. If you feel like you would like to stay here a little bit longer, please do so. Get into a comfortable place. I'm going to stretch my legs out and relax my arms down by my sides. Just find something that feels good for you, somewhere you can relax fully. Wherever you are, start to breathe a bit deeper into our heart center. Bringing our awareness to this place. And begin to cultivate a sense of warmth in your heart. sense of love and compassion. And now I invite you to join me in a loving kindness meditation. And we'll begin to bring an image of ourselves into our mind's eye. And let that feeling of warmth and love begin to grow once more. And now repeat some phrases, and I invite you to repeat them silently to yourself. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be happy. Now begin to imagine somebody that you love unconditionally. This could be a child, a parent, a mentor, somebody that you're very close with that's shown you love and that you have that unconditional love for. And we'll come back to that place of warmth and of compassion. And now I invite you to repeat these once more to yourself. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. And now we're going to bring an image into our minds that represents all people, all beings everywhere. And we'll send the entire world our wishes of loving kindness. So cultivate that warmth, that compassion, that love in your heart. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. Just imagine that compassion and love that you have expanding from yourself outward. And let that energy wash over you. As you're ready, start to deepen your breath. Find some small movements through your hands and feet. And if you're on your prop still, bend your knees and roll over onto one side off the blanket. And if you're not in your lane, flat on your back, you can do the same. You can bend your knees and roll over onto one side. Pausing here. And then we'll begin to take our time to lift ourselves back up to seated. Using your hands to press yourself up. Meeting in a comfortable seat. And once you've arrived, lift your arms up overhead. Inhale. Connect your palms. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Taking a moment to find some gratitude for yourself, your practice. Carry that feeling with you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a beautiful day.